Linus Ullmark is back in the roster, either starting or in the backup position, while Pinto is a game-time decision for your game tonight against the Vegas Golden Knights on October 25th, 2024. Welcome once again to your Game On Ottawa coverage for October 25th, 2024. I'm Michael Czar, and before we get into the news really quick about the game upcoming tonight, first we have an ad for Hyperdrive Hockey. Hyperdrive Hockey is Game Over Network's flagship podcast with Max and Daphne, and in fact, a new episode came out today, with the highlight being talking about Crosby and McDavid, and well, not only how do they compare, but their relationships as players and the interests between them. But as usual, Hyperdrive Hockey also talks about all the Canadian teams, and they do speak a little bit of Ullmark as well. And I think it's an interesting conversation for those who want to see a little bit more of an outside perspective on the Sens. So make sure to go to either the Game Over Network's main channel or go to thegameovernetwork.com. New episode was today, and it's every Tuesday and Friday, so make sure to tune in. The Sens will be looking for their first win against Vegas in Vegas since 2018, which is quite a long time. In fact, that is over or around 6 years of time that the Sens have struggled against Vegas, at least in Vegas. And even not in Vegas, the Sens have had a tough time against them. So we'll have to wait and see if the Sens can not only get over their road trip issues, as we talked over in recent episodes, but also a tough opponent that they have struggled against in recent years. One thing that is confirmed is that Linus Ullmark will be making his return to the roster. Whether he is starting or backing up will be a game-time decision, as the game is only hours away. And interestingly enough, someone who wasn't in the practice yesterday, Pinto, will also be a game-time decision for today's game. The lineups aren't set in stone because of those two game-time decisions, but it looks like if Pinto isn't going to make the forward group, if he ends up not being used today because of that game-time decision, Cole Reinhardt, who has recently called up, will fill in his slot. Not exactly, he won't be playing on the third-line center role as Pinto was. It looks like he'll be moving to the fourth line alongside Gaudette and McEwen, while Cousins gets the move up to the third-line right-wing role. Cole Reinhardt will make his debut for this season with the Ottawa Senators. He actually has 5 points in the 3 games he actually spent with the Belleville Senators so far this year. So if he's going to keep to form as he joins this roster and keeps that fourth line humming in the same way it has been in recent games, then it'll be a nice added depth for the forward group that the Sens have desperately needed in recent years, and it'll hopefully keep the Sens momentum going. In fact, as of right now, Sens are near the top of the Atlantic Division in not only points, but points percentage, though they have only played 6 games. So these next 2 games against Vegas and Colorado will really determine truly where they position themselves early on in the Atlantic Division. Though, especially with the lack of practice this morning before the game, which is at 6 p.m., which is actually very soon, an early game for a West Coast game for sure. That'll be all for your Game On Ottawa news for October 25th. I'm Michael Czar. Now let's see the Sens do something they haven't done in a while and beat Vegas in Vegas.